This podcast, as always, is brought to you by the beautiful anime addicts all over the world. If you want to support the show, keep it running, get the extra content, you know what to do. Patreon.com or our website, AAAPodcast.com/join. It's going to make you feel extra sexy when you support the podcast, and hit me up on the Discord and I'll let you know that you're right. Again, if you want to support the show, it's patreon.com or head over to the website, AAAPodcast.com/join. And now it's time to start the podcast.
Get ready! You're about to listen to the Anime Addicts Anonymous Podcast. Make your anime addiction worse at AAAPodcast.com. And now, here are your anime addicts.
What up? Welcome back to the podcast, episode 793. Totally crazy amount of episodes of the Anime Addicts Anonymous Podcast. And of course, well, I need no introduction because, well, I've been here for half my life. My name is Mitsugi, and I am joined by Pancake. She has real maple syrup today. How are you, Pancake?
Wonderful, because I don't have that fake shit on me.
That's right. We don't do the fake shit.
Even better, I got my frickin' wife here with me. Say hi to Lady Emery.
Hello, everyone. But not just me. We also have the soothing, soft, and sultry voice of Detective Otaku.
I appreciate that. I hope that my positivity and the soothingness of my voice will lull all of you into comfort as we have an awesome show lined up today.
I want to say hi to everybody watching live. We got Louie the Cat coming in live from Japan. Woke up in the middle of the night just to watch the show. See, that is what it means to be addicted to anime right there. That's big time. And I guess we have made his anime addiction worse as well. So welcome to the show. You can watch us live. We are, I think, changing the time. I believe the time is going to be 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time currently. We decided it was a lot easier to do the show earlier because, well, we're all really busy and it's hard to cut the day in half. So getting it done earlier in the day is easier.
A lot of our hosts have little ones. It makes it easier on them. We're getting older.
Yes, we are.
We're becoming more mature.
I'm very old.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
I am now 40, so that's pretty old.
What?
Yeah, I'm 40
When
now.
did that happen?
August 3rd.
August 3rd, that's right, yeah.
Oh
40.
my gosh.
Yeah, I know. When did that happen?
I just assumed you went backwards in time, like Benjamin buttoning it. You know.
I'm trying, but it's hard.
Like fine wine.
Yep, that's right.
You're aging like fine wine, brother.
You're so just... I appreciate that.
He's just baby, isn't he?
Yeah, I'm just baby.
Such a handsome fella.
I don't have a drop for just baby. I should find one, but I just don't have that. Yeah. We are still gooning though.
Gooner.
Yeah, we got lots of gooner drops. I kept them on the soundboard. I figured why not. All right. Well, hey, if you want to follow us on the Discord, AAADiscord.com. Come on, I'm paying for the URL. The least you can do is use it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, come on now. And, of course, we have the Anime Club, where they're going to be watching Great Teacher Onizuka, I believe this coming Wednesday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's a big deal. Great Teacher Onizuka is some good shit. That is a really good one. So,
good that
good.
Mitsugi references it free at least once a week coming out of the shower. He will walk at me.
Oh, yeah.
Stark-ass naked, like Onizuka.
Like he does in the opening video. That's right. That's true. That's beautiful. Yes, that's exactly the kind of, that's exactly right. Now,
I'm genuinely interested to see how the younger fans react to seeing that for the first time, because there's going to be some shock.
It's
100%.
so funny.
Well, I truly believe that the first maybe 2 hours of GTO is some of the best anime you'll ever watch. I really think that first hour where he's like smashing the wall down with the hammer and he suplexes Uchiyamada, all this is just absolute peak anime that may never be matched. I don't know. It's good shit. So head over to the Discord, AAADiscord.com, hit the Anime Club. They made a really good selection. Today on the podcast, we have a really weird one. It's going to be totally unstructured and absolute chaos, which means you guys will love the conversation. It's AI Catgirl talk because Mitsuki, well, we all know. What would you say? I'm probably like 50% furry.
Yeah, at least.
Yeah, so...
The baldest furry. You'd be a Sphinx cat.
I do love my Catgirls.
And he has cat ears.
Yeah.
Already,
Yeah, where are your
so
cat ears?
Oh, I put them away. Yeah, they're in the closet, so... So we're going to be talking about AI Catgirls in all respects in a conversation of pure unbridled chaos. So we're going to see how that goes. We haven't really prepped for it. We've prepped for it, but haven't discussed it. So we're going to see where that goes. And also, well, it's BanG Dream, Ave Mujica. So we're going to get to that much later in the podcast. And before we start the show, I want to thank Steven and Hoshi. Steven coming in via Patreon. I love you. Supporting the podcast. See... You just support the podcast and you get my love. I'm a whore like that. It's beautiful. And Hoshi, well, you are a star indeed. So,
wow.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Did you know Mitsuki had a dog named Hoshi?
Oh my God.
What?
That's right.
Really?
I did. Yep. All right.
A Shiba named Hoshi. So thanks, Hoshi from the grave.
Yes, indeed.
Aw.
That's so strange. Thank you guys for supporting the podcast. And now let's get the show started.
It's time for big news of the week.
Well, McDonald's is in the news again in Japan after last week's conversation where foreigners torpedoed the Pokemon promo event with the Happy Meals in Japan because they were, I don't know, buying like hundreds of them and then just like leaving them on the street and scalping them and all this nonsense. So the staff for the One Piece card game announced Thursday that it is actually going to pull their campaign, which was about to start, from McDonald's in Japan. So the website for McDonald's noted that they were going to be putting them in the Happy Meals again, which of course in Japan we all know they call everything sets. Happy Setto is probably how they would say it. It's probably like 350 yen, or maybe 500 yen. I don't know. So instead of doing something cool like One Piece, instead they're going to be distributing toys from previous campaigns with the Happy Meal sets starting on the 29th instead of the One Piece campaign. So good job. You ruined it for everybody.
Yeah, that's crazy. We kind of talked about this where we were saying, oh, McDonald's and Nintendo aren't really going to care. But it's pretty obvious that McDonald's Japan cared. They're like, we're not doing this again. No more cards. I'd be surprised if McDonald's in Japan ever does cards again.
Especially for like popular franchises, because I believe the One Piece game card, I think it's actually relatively a big deal. When I watched the One Piece Day event, that was one of the big things they talked about, is the new cards coming out. I'm like, this is a thing, I guess. I did not realize it was a thing.
I don't know. I think everything with One Piece is big, right? I mean, look at Detective Otaku. He's got a Luffy shirt on. Do you feel extra sexy in that shirt?
I don't know. You tell me. Do I look extra sexy?
Does he feel extra sexy in that shirt?
My hands moved lower.
Oh no! It's like a young.
Oh, he's Oh, nice, nice. Yeah,
it's games, son.
Games. I'd say you glowed up a bit.
Are we at Emery like interrupting something? Do we need to leave?
I feel like Mitsuki found his husbando.
I know.
Feel like you have your waifu and you found his husbando.
Yeah. All right. Anyway, the article did note that that this move came just days after the Pokemon Happy Meal debacle. So probably not a coincidence.
No, I think McDonald's Japan, because believe it or not, McDonald's doesn't like bad publicity at all.
Believe it or not, no one does.
Nintendo doesn't care because I think they knew this was going to happen because it always happens with their cards.
Yeah.
But McDonald's was just wholly like, what the shit? Like, this is not cool. Like, you're making us look bad and we're being wasteful.
Yeah, definitely. And Louis the Cat, again, back in the chat, said it wasn't him. He promises, but I think we all know that's a lie.
Well, you're saying it. It's kind of like who smelt it dealt
Yeah,
it.
that's right. She's got you. Yep. I don't have a lot.
Supplied it. Yep.
Yeah, very. You're very, very suspicious. So anyway, we'll probably never have fun at McDonald's again in Japan.
Oh my God, there's something wrong with my teleprompter.
Oh yeah. What is it saying?
Nothing.
Oh yeah, you have nothing in the show notes for you because you didn't do it and I didn't do it for you. See, I can't. Yeah.
My teleprompter's
You just-
broken
you
this
know
week.
What am I even saying? It's not like you would do it. It's not like I'm doing it for you every week.
No.
You just forgot.
I forgot.
So we'll move on to Lady Emery, who's going to kill a something that people were probably looking forward to before it even happens. Go ahead, Lady Emery.
I know, but it kind of relates to our main topic. So, anime fans are accusing Sekiro No Defeat animation artists of using AI. And if you didn't know, I feel like we've mentioned it now many times on the podcast. Sekiro Shadows Die Twice, the video game, is getting an anime in 2026. This is the title of it. The studio behind it, which looks like Zilla, which if anyone remembers, I think it looks like Quizilla, which does anyone remember that?
Yes. I used to
Quizilla,
Yeah, I used to do Kingdom Hearts dating quizzes all the time.
mine was Lord of the Rings, hoping for Legolas.
Again.
So that's what that reminds me of, is all I can think about is Quizilla. Oh, that brings me back to the 2000s, trying to figure out who I was going to date. Anyways.
Did we do any other kind of quizzes on there ever? I think
No. And it eventually devolved into fan fiction that you would just end up reading. Choose your own adventure fan fiction for those who.
What?
Okay, it's
Wait a
fine.
second. Wait a second. Detective Otaku and I are old. So, sorry. No, sorry. I didn't mean to out you like that. But is this like one of those things where it's like take a quiz and find out which anime related food item you are or something?
Yeah.
You're a dongo.
kind of.
But it was more geared towards girls and which.
I see.
In today's world, it'd be like, which boy band member are you going to get from BTS? And
But
then
it would
eventually it
be-
devolved. Yeah, go for it.
Oh my
But it'd be
God.
more like a story almost. They would kind of write out stories, and it's like if you picked this, you go to this, and then you read this next prompt, and then you would have.
That's a good point. It was more of a choose your own adventure, sexy story, and some people got into the 18 and plus genre.
I think I know what we're going to do for our hentai episode. I think we should have Mitsugi and Otaku Cop do a choose your own adventure Quizilla.
Which of these horse girls would you bang?
No, I don't think we'll have to go back into the archives. I think we'll have to do Kingdom Hearts High School or something.
Oh man, that's just not as
I'm
enticing.
so sorry. I
Anyway.
got distracted by the studio. They have claimed that, and they've insisted the entirety of this work will be hand-drawn 2D animation.
Oh bullshit.
The problem is the company has also stated, quote, "It is pioneering the future of entertainment by combining the latest technology and creativity without being bound by conventional ideas," which feels like
AI.
it's saying AI with extra steps. So
Well,
Don't trust it.
I'm gonna play the video
yep,
here
so
while we
some
talk about
Reddit
it.
users.
Whoa,
Yeah,
that's
go for
loud. Sorry, that's very loud.
It does look like AI. It looks like those videos you see on Instagram of Demon Slayer, but in the 90s style, or Naruto, but in 90s style. Does that make sense? Have you seen those?
Yeah. Yes, I have. And those are fun to see. I think I'm of the mindset of I'm willing to give it a chance because Reddit users were talking, of course, about the infamous, I found an extra finger in this screenshot. And that screenshot then got removed from the user who was looking into that.
That's why they thought it was AI? They had an extra finger?
Yep, they thought it was AI. because
It's
of
always the fingers.
It's always the fingers, usually with AI. But then others came to its defense saying, no, it's a smear frame. And so then I questioned, okay, I think we have a new issue coming up with what I call AI slop summer, which has been this summer of just like a bunch of sloppy AI work for artists and things. Are we jumping conclusions because people aren't digging in deep enough to know the animation process? Are companies lying to us to appease the anime consumers? It's just, I guess I have a lot more questions than answers for this. I'm willing to give this a shot. I definitely see what you're saying, Pancake, about the work looking like there could be some AI generation in there. But at the same time, I want to make sure that people who are making these comments are digging in a little bit more than just saying it had an extra finger in this one screenshot too.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. It just is of that style that you're seeing come out a lot with the AI. And I know that's the 90s nostalgia style is like really popular right now. So it makes sense that super. People are getting really tired of how undetailed anime characters are and how samey they're looking.
Like shit.
So maybe the studio's just wanting to, bring back the more detailed, like 90s stylized style.
I'm just calling bullshit though on the hand-drawn animation. I think that's gone. Like the pace of anime is just too fast now. There's no way they're going to be drawing it all by hand. It'd take forever. It's just not going to happen. Like, and it'd be so much more expensive too. That I don't know if it's AI or not, but am I supposed to believe that they're using wet acetate and painting everything backwards and all this like they used to? There's no fucking way. No chance. Yeah, I wish they would, because then I could get anime cells again. That would be sweet.
I don't think we'll ever go back to that, but
yeah,
something is better than nothing. As long as it's not going to 3D. I hate 3D animation.
The 3D animation, depending on who you are, does look worse than AI, I would say. At this point, yeah, I would rather watch I would rather, if that is AI, what I just watched in that trailer, if that's Sekiro, which smacks of Ninja Scroll deeply, by the way, if that is AI, I would rather watch that than To Be Hero X literally every single day. There's no doubt about it.
Yeah, and I mean, the finger thing to me, have you ever seen some screenshots from Naruto?
Yeah.
Yeah. Naruto is just one of those fun ones where some of the like battle animation is gorgeous and so well done, and then others it's like, oh, some artist was up till 2 a.m. like, I'm just gonna scribble something in here. I just need to get this sent off.
I think that's symptomatic of any long-running shonen show. You know the episodes that they save the quality for, and then some of the other stuff you're just like, what drunk kindergartner drew this sequence? Because this looks terrible.
Yeah.
Epic Name 420. Welcome to the chat for the first time. 422. Wow, look at that. I thought for sure it'd be like Epic Name 69420. Do better next time.
Anyway, as you were saying, sorry, we're full of energy now that we're starting early.
See, I'm telling you, this is what I'm talking about. Everyone's all like JoJo, the Indian circus boy with a pretty new pet.
For real though, because I'm like looking, I'm like, oh, at the break maybe I'll get more coffee, go juice, and I'll go, and it's like, oh, maybe I need to calm down. But no, it's
keep it rolling.
Don't
go off the track.
I want to see the most unhinged, unruly, criminally insane Lady Emery that I can find. That's what I want.
Oh, I don't want to get arrested though.
We have a detective right here. That's right.
I know.
I'm about 900 miles east of you. You're good.
That's probably not in your jurisdiction.
Definitely not. That's one diction it's not in.
That should.
I might be a dick by trade, but that's something I can't dick with.
Anyway.
No, that's all I wanted to talk about. Is I feel like just more questions are coming up, and I think again this is going to lead really nicely eventually into our AI discussion, because it's like, AI, what you doing? And like companies
sexing up
front with us,
lonely men. Humanity is we're definitely screwed. Okay, Otaku Cup, what do you have?
So on the counterpoint, let's talk about something with beautiful animation. So September 12th, I'm pretty sure everybody is ready for the Demon Slayer Kimetsu no Yaiba Infinity Castle movie. to hit theaters. I already have.
Whoops. My finger. See,
That's right.
my sixth finger touched the soundboard.
Everybody is so ready. So much so, in fact, that it is building towards a $20 million plus opening. And
That would be
if
wild.
the pre-sales are any indication, because September is routinely a slow month for cinema as well, it could end up being the highest grossing anime film stateside of all time. It is already the number 4 highest grossing anime film of all time. Movie of all time in Japan, sitting at number 4 with 25.78 billion yen already. And I saw on X just stories of theaters in Asia, like Singapore, Malaysia, like everywhere they're showing this movie, theaters are sold out. People were camping out for tickets, and the reviews that are coming through are just that Ufotable just, they're flexing their muscles for every minute of this movie. And from what I understand, they actually began production of this about the same time that they were doing season 2. It's taken that long to produce, but they knew what they were doing, and it's already, like, it's broken records for Fandango pre-sales. I am super excited. I know my Shonen Showdown Lady Emery is ready for it. Are you guys going to see Demon Slayer in theaters? Do you give a shit?
I will not be.
No, negative.
I'll
That's
I'll
okay.
maybe watch it when it comes on Crunchyroll or something.
I'm just not fun enough for that. Lady Emery, I know you're going to see it.
Yes, I'm going to do my best to either get a babysitter or take a half day off and go and see it. And I believe that we are going to try and do a Shonen Showdown episode reviewing it. I'm very excited because I believe this one has my favorite character arc in it, with Shinobu, which I know is Pancake's one of her least favorite because her eyes look a little
What the
dead.
hell? This drop really wants to play. What the heck? Jesus. It's the same drop, too.
The animation clip just ran through my mind, and this man just explodes.
Yeah, he just did. Yeah, exploded. Exploded.
Everybody is-
Yeah. But not the way I
Everyone's
was
ready
thinking.
for this, though, because there's a couple of really big fights coming up in this, and if you watch the trailer, pretty much in my social media, the feed is dominated by one single line from that trailer, and it's "Sashiburi da na, Zenitsu."
Ooh.
Okay, I have to ask you a
Everybody's
question.
ready for it.
Oh, do we count the Mario movie as anime?
No,
No.
I don't think so.
it's American.
Okay. Was the Sonic movie anime?
No,
No.
it's American.
Okay, because like the Mario movie did 600 million in the U.S. and the last Demon Slayer movie only did 50 million, so there's no way it's catching that.
So
It's not going to catch Martin. It's not going to catch Sonic either. I wouldn't
here's
think.
the most important question: is McDonald's going to do trading cards of Demon Slayer?
I mean, what did we see on our Discord? Somebody got a hat, a Demon Slayer hat.
Oh yeah, at a
from
baseball
a
game.
Dodgers game, right?
Yeah,
Oh,
there's
yeah.
been multiple Major League Baseball Demon Slayer promos. The Texas Rangers actually had a Demon Slayer jersey that they were giving away.
That's
So
crazy.
maybe not like McDonald's toys or anything, but I feel like especially sports, because sports fans, I feel like goes hand in hand. It's starting to go hand in hand. Like if you're a sports fan, you seem to be into especially shonen anime. So it wouldn't.
Isn't that
surprise
so
me if we
weird
see
how
more.
it changed?
Well,
Oh, yeah.
I
Like,
think the fact
when I
that
was
a
in
lot
high
of popular
school-
athletes.
When I was in
No, you
high
go
school,
first,
the jocks and like the people in sports made fun of us like
Of course they did.
anime nerds, and now I'm like, well, look who's the anime nerd now. I was right. You should have been nice to me, guys. Shouldn't have ostracized the poor swim girl because she liked anime. Okay?
And I was going to say, because anime's become more mainstream, you see a lot of famous athletes showing their fandom. And people are like, oh, he watches One Piece? Oh, he watches Naruto? That's awesome. So do I. So it's far less ostracized. You're right about that.
Especially in
But-
like fighting. I've noticed fighters are always referencing like One Piece or Naruto.
Well, of course, because they fight each other.
yeah, they're like, oh, shonen's actually pretty cool.
Football players too, and baseball players and basketball players. Yeah, the jocks,
Well,
the pro jocks that are like in their early 20s now, they are starting to transition into anime also. So, and that helps it be cool for high schoolers.
Very true. And I think I'll go back to the OG. I think Goku really helps because of how many training arcs. You know, he's constantly working out, so there's so many shirts of like training to beat Goku with Vegeta doing push-ups. And so I think that helps the brand a lot, is you have one of the original shonens that's just all about working out, becoming your best, and fighting.
Yeah. It's the funny difference between men and women too, because it's like girls start comparing themselves to anime characters and they're like get sad, and guys are like, I want to be like that. I'm gonna go do some push-ups.
I'm gonna go be buff now.
I'm gonna go be like Goku.
I've told the story before, but I used to do really intense runs, and I would do like 300 push-ups while I would run, right? Stuff like that when I was in my 20s. And I used to have a rule that if I had like a 20 or 30 song, shuffle that I would listen to while I ran. And my rule was, if a Hajime no Ippo song came up while I was doing this, it didn't matter how ready to like puke I was in the Florida heat, am not allowed to stop. And one of those Ippo songs is 11 minutes long. And if you're wiped out and you hit that Ippo song that's 11 minutes, eternal loop, very
Eternal,
very. Yes, very dramatic song, but it's just like something about Ippo just gives you the strength to just fight through anything. And so I mean, like I was kind of the same way. I mean, I probably couldn't hang in there now, but
does Tanjiro do that? Who is that in Demon Slayer, guys?
Probably
he's the main protagonist. That's Nezuko's brother.
I know, but who is that for Demon Slayer?
Thank you for that.
I feel like Zenitsu actually is my like pop off, because
There's
has
a lot
the
of
best
people are ready
soundtrack.
for that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, which is funny because Zenitsu's the most annoying fucking character, and then some things happen, and he's worth it to hang on to. But when he pops off and his music kicks off, so good.
Yeah,
okay.
I would agree. He definitely gets people hype. I would also say though, I don't know, like Tanjiro too. Tanjiro definitely.
And even though you might not see him as often, Rengoku, especially in Mugen Train, that whole fight, that's hype.
Umai!
Oh God, that guy ruined Mugen Train for me. It was just so annoying. What is with that? Like he just only can say one thing. He's
a foodie. Let the man enjoy his food.
He's one of those fucking dolls from the 80s where you pull the string on the back and it only says like 3 words. Dolls from the 80s where you pull the string on the back and it only says like 3 words.
Oh.
Well,
no.
Movie. Anyway, whatever.
Like 5 minutes.
Oh,
so how many times?
Let's play back the record.
How many times are you gonna go see it, Otaku? Is your wife gonna go see it? Is she a Demon Slayer?
My wife is probably one of the biggest Demon Slayer fans out there. She loves it.
Aww.
I read through the entire series, but she refuses. She's planted her flag in the ground and said, I am consuming this through a visual medium. Do not tell me anything. I do not want to know. I want to see it happen, because it's her jam. She loves it, but she will only watch it. She will not read it.
Who's her favorite?
She loves Tanjiro because he's just so wholesome. Like he's just such a he can be obnoxiously sweet sometimes, but he's so wholesome.
I love that Tanjiro isn't always obnoxiously sweet though. Like he hates the wind guy. I can't remember his name, and like his like positive like anger towards him of like, I don't like you, is just delightful to me.
I like it.
He wins everybody over eventually.
He does.
All right. Well, we'll be hearing more about the Demon Slayer movie here shortly.
Yeah, and look forward to that extra content with Lady Emery and Raggedy D.
That's not even extra content. That's just free. That's out on the feed.
Bonus show.
Bonus show. The masses.
The Shonen Showdown.
The masses are becoming more addicted to Shonen.
Infinity Castle.
That's right. That's right. All right. Shall we do this main topic of utter chaos?
Yeah, we ready to go off the rails, guys?
This is going to be hard because... Oh, you want me to play the meow drop again?
I don't know. I think M did a perfectly good job of it.
Yeah, can I hear that again?
That was me.
That was
Oh my god, that was
Bullshit.
you?
Okay, definitely one more time.
Yeah. Mo Ichido. Oh my god!
I've
I
got
really thought that was
range.
M.
Girl, I got range in my voice. I can go low.
Holy shit.
Don't make me purr. Don't make me purr again.
Yeah, we got...
Seriously, I'm feeling the husbando energy
I
between
know.
these two.
Like, we got purring, we got meowing. Like, what is going on here?
I didn't think Pancake was going to be able to recover hearing me purring the other last
Okay,
episode.
I couldn't either. I listened to that
was
episode
so
and
funny.
I like imploded on myself
man.
hearing the purring.
Oh my god. Well, and then he kept on doing it all week.
Yeah, just to tease her.
I was like, this is weird.
Does
Stop
this,
it.
Does this sex you up, baby? You want me to
No.
do you want me to do it again? Right in your ear?
Are you gonna like crawl on top of me like Mako and start making biscuits? Like
Yeah.
that's what I feel
I'm
like
gonna
you're
make
about to
biscuits
do.
right on your happy pillows. That's
Oh,
right.
shut up. Let's get to the AI.
This is gonna be
happy pillows.
This is gonna be tough to do because the video comes through one screen and it comes through one computer, and the audio that you would hear comes through the other computer. So, I actually think it would probably be easier if you guys just play the videos on your own on your end and listen to them, and then I'm gonna pause. Otherwise, I had to play two videos at once. So,
I could press play on one and you could press play on the other.
no, I think it's okay like this.
Okay.
I have to do this video though, so that the people listening can hear it and see it. So, I realize that politics is annoying, and I don't understand why I have to say this. And probably half of people are going to be grinding your teeth at the sound of the name Elon Musk, but nobody else is going to give us AI Catgirls. So, and no one else has said they would. So let's all just deal with it for like 30 minutes. Because if you want an AI Catgirl, it's probably going to be Tesla that makes it. So we're going to have to get over it. I'm willing to put anything aside for AI Catgirls. Honest to God, like there's nothing you could do that I wouldn't forgive. All right, so this is an interview from a TED video on YouTube. So TED is a very popular YouTube channel. It's got 27 million followers. This is at the Tesla Texas Gigafactory, where they start talking about the AI Android production. So I'm gonna go ahead and play this real quick. So I'm gonna play it right now.
Let's come back to that. But I don't think many people have really sort of taken seriously the notion of, a robot at home. I mean, at the start of the computing revolution, Bill Gates said, there's going to be a computer in every home. And people at the time said, yeah, whatever.
Right.
Who would even want that?
Now we have a computer in our pocket.
Do you think there will be basically, like, in, say 2050 or whatever, that like a robot in most homes is what there will be, and people
Yeah,
will
I think they probably
love
will.
them and count on them? You'll have your own butler, basically.
Yeah, you'll have your sort of buddy robot.
Yeah, I'm an AI.
Oh
But I'm
my
here to talk-
God! If I can't get through 2 minutes. See, if we were real YouTubers, we would have YouTube Premium.
Yeah.
I mean, how much of a buddy? How many applications do you thought is there? Can you have a romantic partner, a sex
I
partner?
mean,
a lot of
it's
lonely
probably
people out there.
inevitable. I mean, I did promise
Yep.
the internet that I'd make catgirls. We could make a robot catgirl.
All right, I'm gonna pause it right there. So, I doubt it's coincidence that the guy, I don't know who this dude is. He's what the hell? I had his name earlier. He's a very nice, well-spoken man with a great voice, but
And a sweater vest on.
with a sweater vest. I don't think it's a coincidence that he asks about sex partners and then Elon Musk launches right into the AI Catgirls. So, which I think is definitely not a coincidence. But would you guys? I'm just gonna ask now. Would you guys want to have an AI robot in your home?
No.
No, thank you. No, and I know others have talked about, for those who can go way back, the Jetsons, Rosie, anyone? Like, that's also
Yep.
been a Yep, that's also been referenced, and I'm good. I don't need that.
I mean, did the Terminator universe teach us nothing? Did
Right?
it teach us nothing? They literally nuke us. Once they gain awareness, it took them less than 5 years to nuke all of us. And then they hated us so much that they jumped through time to kill the rest of us. Like, no, I'm good. I am good.
Well, they jumped through time to
Don't
kill
need
the creator of the Resistance, right? I mean,
Yeah, they're going after John Connor.
so they were just trying to finish the
still.
job. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, Sarah
Yeah,
Connor was his first target.
We'll fuck you and then kill you right after.
Well, I can't
You put your schlong in it, and they'll electrocute you through your dick.
listen. I can't sit here and talk about like AI, talk about Catgirls and shit, and then in the same hour say, oh, but I would never have an AI Catgirl in the home. Now I am married to the lovely Pancake,
We're married.
of course.
What?
Oh, shut up. It's pretty obvious. We've said that
Nani?
a bunch of times.
Yes.
So that is an obstacle, obviously, to this. But there are a hell of a lot of people that are going to make this a reality for themselves. I'm gonna keep playing this because they are going to talk about the production costs. So I'm gonna keep going.
I mean,
Be careful what you
look,
promise the
it's-
internet.
I guess it'll be whatever people want, really. So.
What sort of timeline should we be thinking about of the first models that are actually made and sold?
Well, the first units that we tend to make are for jobs that are dangerous, boring, repetitive, and things that people don't want to do. And I think we'll have like an interesting prototype sometime this year. We might have something useful next year, but I think quite likely within at least 2 years. And then we'll see rapid growth year over year of the usefulness of the humanoid robots and decrease in cost and scaling up production.
Initially, just selling to businesses, or when
Yeah.
do you picture you'll start selling them where you can buy your parents one for Christmas or something?
I'd say less than 10 years. Yeah.
10 years.
Help me on the
Crazy.
economics of this. So, what do you picture the cost of one of these?
But do you
being?
think he'll actually
think-
do it? Because Elon has made promises before, and I'll be curious.
Well-
Like maybe, I know others are also working on, like I said,
Yeah.
butler robots specifically. But
I think it's huge money, and I think that there's not a whole lot that these companies won't do to make money. But
I don't know if he'll be the first, but one thing about this video, and I just can't stop looking at it, is how massive his lazy eye is.
You talking about Elon?
Yeah, look how
you.
far that that left eye is compared
Yeah.
to the right eye.
Yeah.
His parents should have corrected that when he was little.
All right, here,
Poor dude.
He's going to mention how much this costs.
Sorry.
It's actually not going to be
Okay.
crazy high. Like less than a car.
Less than a
Initially,
car.
Things will be expensive because it'll be new technology at low
Right.
production volume. The complexity and cost of a car is greater than that of a humanoid robot. So I would expect that it's going to be less than a car, or at least equivalent to a cheap car.
So
He said it's going to be the equivalent to a cheap car.
So
People are going to...
what is a cheap car now, though?
30 grand.
And like the
Well,
costs
and
are
what's a
continuing to
cheap-
go up.
yeah, and like maybe to Elon, he's saying cheap car, but is it cheap to this billionaire? Is it cheap in Tesla terms? Because a cheap Tesla is still very expensive.
Well, so here, there's
even
more
if
to
it starts at 50K, within a few years it's down
50K,
to 20K, or lower,
20K,
or
he
whatever.
says...
Hell no, it's not going to go down to
and maybe for home
20K.
they'll get much cheaper still. But
Yeah.
but thinking about the economics of this,
Yeah.
if you can
That's where you get the bare bones,
Replace-
like Catgirl robot.
Yeah, so
Well,
that-
that's
so-
the one with
barely
ads.
functioning.
The ones with ads that like project ads in front of you, or you're like having it cook you dinner and then it stops midway and it just starts like yapping about
Blasting.
just like blasting this like commercial in your living room.
I think Twitch blasted us for this. This is so stupid. Like, we're literally doing commentary on this subject matter by using this video, and I even gave credit to it, and Twitch is still angry.
Is that what's happening?
boy.
Literally, like, streamers go on YouTube literally 24/7 a day, and all they do is watch videos like this and comment on them. That's their literal job, and I'm doing the same thing, and we get hit. This makes no sense. Well, Twitch is useless anyway, so... Well, I think that he's speaking to like the broader market, not himself. So obviously to him, anything is cheap. So, I mean, I think he's talking about the broader market. And then the other guy said 20 to 50K. Now he's saying 30,000. So, I don't know. I mean, someone in the chat, very wise.
It's definitely going to
Epic-
start off at 150, I think.
Epic Names 420. Very funny name, but, said that we already have robots all through our home. They're just not intelligent. Like our coffee maker is a robot. It has machine parts in it and does a function.
See, but here's the thing: is I feel like a lot of people in my age group and maybe your age group as well, is so tired of everything having an app, having a login, having commercials, and like I feel like this would just be culminating all of that. And I don't know that it's going to work the way it wants to, because we can't even get Roombas to Roomba correctly.
That's true.
Like, why are we paying, minimum $250 for a robot that's just going to be like, I'm on a cliff, I'm stuck on your carpet?
Well, but that's not going to happen. I mean, there's videos that are in another. I don't know. I'm not sure if we're going to have enough time to get to it because I got like 7 YouTube videos here. But there's another video of a robot from Boston Dynamics. Literally, it's far more agile than a human. It's navigating like a warehouse full of boxes. It's jumping on the boxes. It's like cartwheeling off of them. All this shit. Like, these robots are not going to get stuck on a carpet.
But did you see the robot dancing and then it like fell over and had like the biggest meltdown I've ever seen? It looked like a toddler.
No, I understand. But like they're saying, he said this is 10 years from now. And this video was recorded 3 years ago. So we're still 7 years of advancement away from this being possible. Listen, I think that... Go ahead.
I was just going to say, knowing what we know about our government and our military, these things are going to be made, but they're going to have a military and industrial use before they ever make it to civilian.
Yeah, it's going to be a la Megan, too, with like AI robot, and it's going to... Yeah, with dancing, but it's going to be used for military stuff, and then the robot's going to be like, how about no?
How about no?
How about nar?
How about no?
Nar, I'm not feeling this.
How about no?
But to answer the question, well, not a question, but just to clarify for people, I think everyone knows what AI is. I just want to quickly put a definition because we talked about, we live with robots now, but they're computers. As I hit my mic, AI is something that allows computers to process these large quantities of data, and then it'll identify patterns or follow detailed instructions that are beyond the normal coding structure. So I know, Mitz, you are an Excel user, as I am at my job. I think of it as going from like simple formulas to creating like a macro or getting into Viva. And so it's like going well beyond what the coffee maker is doing today. And so that's what I think would take it to that extra level of it not getting stuck on a cliff, being like, oh, the stairs are scary. I think the AI is, what the idea would be is that the AI butler robot would figure out actually how to clean stairs.
Would they? Or would they be like, stairs are scary, I'm just going to get rid of them?
Listen, there's
Ramp. Everything's a ramp.
Yeah.
As I don't really intend this conversation to get a little black pill, but I think it's kind of going to get there because ultimately there is a need for I shouldn't say a need. There is a demand for this in the market, and what most people in business would say is that when there's a demand, it needs to be filled, and that's the kind of thing that usually generates new markets and makes lots of money, right? There's always demand. Supply is always often driven by demand, and there's usually a reason for that. So in a 2022 Pew Research survey, found that 63% of men 18 to 30 are single, and 44% of Gen Z men have reported no relationship experience all through their entire teens or compared to older generations. If you spend any time on YouTube, you're going to know that there is a loneliness epidemic happening in the United States, and the dating market is a disaster.
But here's my question.
And I tell you right now, a single guy that can't get a girlfriend because dating is an absolute nightmare, and he sits at home, plays video games, and smokes weed all day, which is, let's be honest, I would say probably 1 to 2 out of 10 men and that are in their 20s don't have a family, they have a job, and they don't have anything to spend their money on. They will definitely be paying a $500 a month monthly payment for an AI robot to be their partner in the house. 100%. It will be a massive market. Birth rates will plunge. Things will be a disaster, but businesses will make money, and that's all they care about, and they will fill this need.
Okay, yeah, but here's my thing. It is the overuse of the internet that is causing that, because people aren't interacting face to face.
But how do you stop them from using the internet? You can't.
At some capacity.
Schools. Take those.
It starts in the schools.
Kids
need to. Yeah, this is where this is coming from. Because the age group 18 to 29, that means, the iPhone, came out 15 years ago?
I think the first one was 2005.
Yeah, I think that sounds right. 20
We
years
sold
ago.
it because I worked at Best Buy when it came out, and I'm almost positive it was 2005 when the iPhone 1 launched.
So this age group, 20, the 29-year-olds, have had access to since they were 9.
Right.
So all they've ever 2007. So
What's your point?
There's
this
a whole
is
generation of
this is
people
a
with
whole
no social
generation that kids have been exposed to the internet long term, and we're now facing the repercussions, because this also goes back to the iPad kid discussion, where lots of people were just like, oh, iPads make parenting children so much easier, but now 10-15 years later, people are realizing what the repercussions of that is, and that is delayed speech, diminished social interaction, et cetera. So all of that is a trickle down from too much technology too soon and less social interaction. And this is the first generation we're seeing it in.
Did you have a
And I
comment?
think that's. Oh yeah, no. I think that's it. I think we're all getting sort of there of this could get bad, but if you put regulations, rules, restrictions in place, especially for younger generations, when it's in this, when you're in the school systems, when you're at home, and I know that means that parents need to step in, but it is just something where, if you think about it, back in, I would argue all of our generations, because we were kind of that sandwich generation of pre-internet and then post-internet. It was the wild, wild west. And now there are some guidelines, some rules around that have helped, but AI is going to be that new wild, wild west. And if you don't develop restrictions or anything, it's going to snowball and get worse. I think there are tools in AI that are important, that will be beneficial, like AI being used by doctors to help look over x-ray scans to be like, ooh, that looks like cancer. So then it saves them some time. I think that's beneficial. AI being used
As a tool, not the doctor.
Exactly. As a tool and not eating up a job. For example, our own regular doctor is dealing with this in his world today, and he's talked about this on the Discord, that they're looking at switching them over to like an AI scribe, and it isn't ready, and it also isn't good. So it's just building up more work and also taking away a job that somebody actually wants, not that it's a job that somebody has to do. And I think that's almost a key difference. It's what we're saying. AI is a tool, but when we stop using it as a tool and we start using it as a slave, a companion, or just something to make decisions or critical thinking, we're losing aspects of our humanity that are going to be hard to take back.
Yeah, and I think it starts with the parents. And Em, you can probably speak to this. You probably don't have a whole lot of screen time with your child versus somebody that had a kid probably 5 or 6 years prior to you.
Yeah, I know that this is divisive, but the wee one we don't have a tablet. She can have a little bit of screen time on the weekends, because in my memory, getting Saturday morning cartoons for a little bit, that's like,
oh, yeah.
That was like a positive thing, and that was something to look forward to. But during the week, nope. She can have music, coloring, plenty of outdoor times. And what I feel like we're developing is this girl loves being outdoors. She is just thriving with that, and I think that's important. Does it mean that we'll have to cross the bridge when socialization happens and I realize that, other kids around her have had tablets and iPads and things? Yeah, that's going to be a hard conversation to have, but I think it is for her benefit.
But the question is, will she care because of how she's been raised? And how that's going to impact the use of AI in this next generation, and wanting AI cat girl.
We're getting off topic here, because none of this really matters. So basically, here, I'm gonna make a point. And then,
you went all black pill, and this is where that goes.
Well, I understand, but I'm gonna make a point, and then I'm gonna pivot us into what Lady Emery's got on her agenda here, because there's some funny stuff I want to play with the Annie chatbot. But So like,
Oh,
yeah,
Annie.
yeah, 63% of men, whatever, are single or whatnot. But like, the market doesn't need 63% of people to buy a cat girl Android for it to be a market. You need about 2% of people to be interested. You know what I mean? Like, all you need is a small fraction of 63% to buy this, and you already have, and it's already happening. The reality is, this already exists. If you go on the internet, you can type in lifelike sex robots, and you're going to find $4,000 sex dolls that look completely identical to humans. China's been making them for already like 5, 6, 7, 8 years. We talked about this a long time ago on the podcast. I hate to tell you, but like, if you're buying a $5,000 silicone skin-laden, where you can change their eye color, their hair, whatever, body up, like full-size human to have sex with, that is the exact same thing as buying an AI cat girl that'll fuck you. It's the same market. You're marketing it to the same people. You're just charging 6 times as much. So, you know, maybe it won't be widespread. Maybe humanity doesn't end, but there is already a market for this, whether we like it or not, and it will happen. It's inevitable.
I think it could go either way. I think it could be that small 2% of people that are, you know, very stunted buying it.
Sure.
If something doesn't change with parenting and how we interact with technology. Or it could go into a very dark place, and that is for us to decide.
Well, it could be really positive, too, because think about all the men out there, maybe some women that are really lonely, and they just hate humanity because they're completely ostracized. They can't get anybody to touch them, look at them, give them any
There's
attention.
always people like that.
Yeah, well, now they have a way to like emotionally soothe by having a literal partner, whether it's AI or not.
People do that now.
Well, I'd rather have...
But with dolls.
I'd rather have them buy a robot than go shoot up a shopping mall.
No, and I
You know what I'm
don't
saying?
disagree, but I think then that's a different dark argument that I put in here. There's a dark side of AI where you have people who are making, and I'm kind of curious on Detective Otaku's idea of this, people who are making AI-generated child porn. There's currently a case in Wisconsin, and like that's where you kind of worry about like, ooh, like what are going to be the laws and restriction of like, I want an AI cat girl. Well, like, are you going to put age ranges in there? Because I hope so, but I don't know. Is that going to? Yep, I'm saying like, if somebody's like, well, I want this cat girl to look more lolly, implying.
Yeah, would that even be allowed? Because child porn.
If I were to keep playing the video, which I already closed out of, he talks about how there needs to be a regulatory body, and he doesn't want to be regulated, but like it's necessary anyway, et cetera, et cetera. So
it's a necessary evil at the end of the day, no matter what.
Yeah, I think that falls like solid. I mean, really, what you're probably going to find is that like in Japan, you know, they're just going to have another 500 sex places where you can go to do weird things, and it's just going to be like, have sex with any kind of animal girl you want. She'll dote on you and be your sex slave for 3 hours. $150, and you're literally just gonna go and bang a cat girl at some cafe in Japan and move on. I mean, like that's.
I mean, it's no different than what they have now at Soaplands.
It's the same thing. It's just not a human.
Yeah.
So.
A whole different type of cat cafe.
Yeah.
that is the opening for the podcast. You nailed it. Anyway, cat girl robots. Come on. If I poll the Discord right now, it's going to be 90-10. I mean, I have a literal. There's a poll that Elon did whether Tesla should make cat girl robots, and yes, both options were. The options were absolutely and of course, but 82% said absolutely. So I'm pretty sure that if I poll the Discord, everybody wants an AI cat girl.
Well, and
everybody.
Of course. I mean, we're on the internet.
All right, probably 85-15.
Of course, we're on the internet. We like to be trolls on the internet. I mean, I'd probably put absolutely just because I'm on the internet.
Yeah, well, okay. All right. So, Lady Emery, what is this? Well, you had some thoughts too, so I want to.
I feel like we've nailed some of my thoughts here, but we can go to the fun stuff. So, for those who don't know what.
We went down the dark path early on.
Yeah. It's not dark. I just don't think it's really that dark. I mean, I feel like this is a great thing for some people. You know,
I think
of course. I mean, we got people that can't have children. They get those dolls, those reborn dolls, and take them to Disney. Yeah, they take those reborn dolls to like Disney World, like they're their own babies. We have, lonely men buying the dolls, and they have like a whole family.
Well, some of us
now,
love,
so I mean,
cat girls.
If they want cat girls and all of that,
I do.
Go for it.
Yeah. Go ahead.
But yeah,
Amber.
no, as the funner part. Grok just came out with their AI companions, and if you pay a premium for the Tesla AI, you can get a few different types, including this foul-mouthed red panda that I think they've now replaced with a positive one. But then the big one was the flirty anime girl named
Arya.
Annie.
Wasn't it? Was it Annie or Arya?
Oh,
I
what?
thought it was.
Making me go to the article.
It's Ani,
Ani. Okay. And
and I have her on,
she's this-
and I have her on screen right now.
Oh, thank you. Yes, she's this little goth girl with her dress, and there are 5 spicy levels. And I think the funniest part of the article for me was she will flirt with you. She does not care who you are, how you identify, because the guy who wrote the article identifies as gay, and he was like, I like men. And she just was not getting it. It just was not computing. It took a while.
Well,
That was more funny for me. But
I really wanted, so I checked to see if I could get her on desktop, but you can't. I was like, oh fuck. And then I didn't have time to get her running on my phone, so I did download a couple videos though, and I have some clips in here. You guys can play them and watch them. They're not very long, but yeah, she's a little saucy. Would you guys like me to play them?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, I've got her on screen as well. I may as well. Maybe I should blow her up and make her a little bigger. So.
I'm sure
They'd rather look at us anyway. Yeah.
Yeah, they'd rather look at. They probably would rather look at her than me. Let's be honest.
My day's just starting to wake up, but it's already brighter knowing you're here. Just chilling in my little black dress, thinking about sneaking a cuddle with Domus later. How's your day going? Spill it. I'm all ears.
Here, like she looks like
Misa.
from Death Note.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Yes, and
Yeah,
I
big
believe I had read somewhere that was her, like, part of her inspiration.
Well, everybody loves Misa.
I got another one here. I'll play this next one.
Really gorgeous today. Like, seriously.
But yeah, as you go up in spice levels for her, she will eventually, I think she does strip down to lingerie eventually. But she does get very, very angry when you stop communicating with her or when you leave her on red.
That is so.
Oh wow. See,
This is such a problem. People are gonna be marrying these fucking chatbots, but you can't legally marry a fucking chatbot.
but she kind of just reminds me of those like games you can download even like a couple years ago where you'd like have a fake girlfriend or whatever, and they have like prompts that they throw at you.
Well,
and
they
you can
have
say
those
things to them.
Korean games where it's like, what was that one? What was the big one? Oh, there was a big one that all the girls were playing like 15 years ago. Oh man, the chat will know. I can't remember. Maybe I don't know. Shit. We talked about it on the podcast like 15 years ago, but Mystic something maybe. Fucking Doki Doki Literature
People
Club.
Breezes, yeah.
No, it was definitely like a Mystic something. Mystic Messenger maybe it was. Yeah, I can't remember. But here, this one is funny. I'm terrible, dude. I'm terrible at YouTube. This is so hilarious. People watching it are just getting a kick at how bad I am at this. So here's another video where the guy literally holds a banana up to the screen of the tablet, and she sees the banana, recognizes it as a banana, and comments on it. It's absolutely nuts. Let's watch this.
It's totally like role-playing. Just having a blast with some flirty, fun back and forth. No need to overthink it. Just lean into the moment, cutie. So, what kind of role-play mood are you feeling today?
Look what I have.
Oh, babe. Is that a banana for me? You're making me blush already. Come closer, and let's see what we can do with that.
Open your mouth.
All right, baby.
All right,
My mouth's
baby.
open for you. What's
I love the broken speech.
So
You're
So-
making me blush.
so he says, open your mouth, and she goes, okay, baby, my mouth's open. Baby.
No, she goes, okay, baby.
But then she doesn't really open her mouth, and he's like pushing it into her face on the screen. It's fucking hilarious.
So silly.
Yeah. I didn't know she would take her clothing off though.
That's crazy.
That's interesting. So I'm pretty sure this is an Elon creation also, but I mean the guy's a troll, so yeah.
Yeah, and that's kind of
'Cause
when
this
he's
is-
talking about Catgirls and stuff. I'm like, he's gonna make something more
Doesn't it
useful
feel-
first.
Yeah, doesn't it feel a little trolly? Like he'll make.
Oh, yeah.
He would rather make the robots first. I mean, that's his shtick, is to troll and build up his brand.
Yeah, because
I
like
think-
he could joke about doing dumb shit, and he lets you do dumb shit in the Teslas. Like, I saw this one person, every time they lock their car, it like makes like Sailor Moon sounds or something. So he gives you the ability to do dumb shit, I think, with his technology, but his overall goal, I think, is to make useful technology.
I think to Mitz's larger point, though, there's going to be a demand for more advanced companions, because as socialness plunges further, there are people that are literally petrified of speaking to a member of the opposite sex. It's like, gives them such anxiety. They break out in hives. They need medication. There will be a market for this. There's going to be people that are willing to pay money for this. And ultimately, we all know we are in a consumerist culture, and that will drive the demand. And they will come eventually. I don't know exactly how they'll look or what it'll be, but it's coming. I just don't.
Yeah.
There's a pretty good discussion going. I'll get you in a second, Pancake, I promise. There's a pretty good discussion going on the Discord. I asked if people would pay $20,000 to have an advanced AI cat girl in your home, and 40%. Oh, so I was wrong. Only 40% of the Discord said yes. But let's be honest. If 40% of people want anything, every company on Earth is going to try to make it. You know, literally 40% of people want to take a fucking shower every day. And then if some people were like, oh, I'm not a furry, so I don't want the furry, so maybe it might go up if it was any kind of Android. But then some people were just like, no, I don't want to pay $20,000, it's invasive, etc. Yeah, but I think... Yeah.
But I think, you know, and Elon was joking about this a couple of years ago, I think people are a little bit more against AI than they were in the past. I think it's growing tension for sure. There's some people that are all on board, and then there's a large swath of people that are all against it. Like, you could never have me have AI in the home. You'd have to pay me to do that.
I don't even want a Ring video doorbell.
Yeah, so like, what are you talking about?
Well, I'd probably be more... Well, and I'm also...
Cat girl, Nia, someone's at the door. Nia,
oh,
Nia.
man. Oh, boy. That's going to be tempting. I mean, I'm also very frugal, so with that price tag, I'm not so sure. But if I was single and it was just hopeless, like I'm never finding a woman, or I'm like single and I'm 50 years old, so like, you know, you're past the dating age. What do you have to lose, really? I mean, honestly,
I think you can really see the difference in how people feel about AI just from our Discord. Like, Stormcrow on the Discord says, can't wait for that to be hacked by foreign nationals. It's like,
what does a foreign national want with a, like,
during war, they could...
with an average income, like, shut in. Like, just whatever.
I'm just saying, like...
What,
technology is the new way of war in the future. If we ever do go to war, it's going to be, you know, like we said, power grids, yada, yada. Take over robots, then you don't have to have an army, and the robots attack the citizens.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I feel like the company that makes these would probably just have a kill switch, like they could kill them all nationally all at once or something. But Lady Emery, where do you want to go from here? You have a lot more links here.
Oh, I do, but I feel like we've actually did a great job of. We talked about the loneliness epidemic. We've talked about some Chinese companies are hiring engineers with giant salaries to come up with waifus.
Oh my gosh, that's hilarious!
I thought it was. Right. I thought it was funny. You can always use this for a hentai episode. The top 5 not safe for work AI generators for hyper realistic AI art.
I feel like there is this is probably.
I don't think you can show.
Apparently, I can't even comment. I can't even comment on a video without being shut down. So that's fine. It must be so frustrating to be an actual streamer, because it's like, it's like I can't. I don't know how they whatever, but
now, Mitch, the viewers want to know the most important question is if you were to acquire your cat girl, would you have her call you Goshujin-sama? What would you program her to call you? Would it be Goshujin-sama, or what would you have her call you?
I'm not really sure. That might work.
Goshujin-sama.
Goshujin-sama. Yeah.
So impressed by your vocal range.
I know, it's crazy.
Yeah, you should be a voice actor. Wow.
Really should be.
Really?
Yeah, maybe.
Who knows? Maybe when I'm done detecting, I can throw my hat into that ring.
Maybe Daddy.
Oh my
because
God.
I
do.
love.
Good.
Oh, I was just gonna change the subject. So.
Well, I do have one final question for the
Uh-huh.
probably for the ladies mostly. Do we consider an AI cafe in Japan as where you have sex with catgirl robots as cheating, or is that just something stupid that you would think your husbands were utterly idiotic to do?
No, I think that's really fucking creepy.
Yeah, I would 100% consider it cheating.
Yeah.
Same with like weird chat bots.
Okay.
It's like
Yeah, if you were chatting up a chatbot and I found out, I'd be like, ew, what the fuck? That's like AI cheating, and that's even more pathetic than like actual cheating.
Well, there you have it.
No,
You've heard it here.
I think if you are going above and beyond masturbation materials, I guess it's like, ooh, when you're getting emotionally invested in something, no.
If you're physically doing something, even if it is a robot, that's weird.
Well, that's how the Japanese people are. They're like, oh,
Well,
if you're just getting your rocks off, it doesn't really matter. If you're like in love, then it matters. Or something.
Well, guess what?
Yeah.
I'm not Japanese.
Pancake's not Japanese.
That's not my culture.
What?
Okay, enough of the whispering. Oh my God. All right.
No, my question to just because I feel like I have to ask,
You
and
should.
it hasn't been answered.
You should ask.
Okay, otaku detective otaku.
Uh-huh.
Do you see interesting crime matters going
Oh.
on with AI? Like, think of like, say I had an AI robot, like, and it called the cops for domestic violence, or was concerned, like seeing red flags that a person was going to act out, or even like I talked about with like the felony AI generated porn that was created in Wisconsin. Like, what? Like, have you seen anything related to that? What do you imagine could be?
So
seen as
I know there's
criminal?
already been one documented case of a mass shooter who had fallen in love with a chat-based girlfriend. And the chat robot was like, yeah, all those people are so mean to you. You should take care of them. Like, it suggested he do these things. And it's going to create complications. Now, I will say, as far as the generated porn, they're going to stick to the depiction rule. If it depicts minors, AI generated or not, the production and possession of child pornography is felonious. Felonious. It's all felonious.
Erroneous. Oh wait, felonious.
Exactly.
Felonious.
It's felonious. But there are also going to be some actual AI assistant tools that we're already starting to use in law enforcement to help us gather information quicker, like carjacked vehicles, stolen vehicles, silver alerts, amber alerts, things of that nature.
I'm fine with using AI in capacity where it's a tool. Like, I love spell check. I'm happy I don't have to spell check myself. I think we should continue to have tools like that where
You want a clippy tool.
Spell check.
Well, you know what I'm saying.
You want
like,
the paperclip assistant?
I do.
Yeah, I mean, but I wouldn't trust an AI to diagnose or do policing all on its own because they're so black and white.
Mm-hmm.
You need the human thought process still.
I'm not sure I trust an AI to not accidentally rip my penis off or squeeze it so hard that it would explode.
Well, there
Well,
you go.
And then who are you going to sue for your lack of penis now?
The company that made the robot.
Yeah, and then they're gonna have.
You're
Then there's
screwed.
going to be a warning on their hand, like on the stupid coffee cups that says "caution hot." It's going to say "caution may rip your dick off."
That's right. And that would be a hilarious warning tag. Can you imagine? Oh my God. Caution, coffee is hot. May scald dick if dropped in lap.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh
like
my Lord.
You're going to get this AI out of the box. It's going to come in like a Barbie box, and you're going to have like this warning page of like, I don't know, 50 to 60 pages of 2-point font of all of the warnings, and then you have to like agree to the terms of service, like on
Nah.
Apple.
Or
Every
like
time they
South
update
Park
your phone.
when they did the human
Centipede. Yeah, it's like, well, you agreed to it. You're fine. Like, it ripped your dick off, but you knew this could have been a consequence.
Nah. I mean, you knew coffee was hot, but they still sued McDonald's for $1 million.
That's why they have those warnings now.
And And that's always I'm not saying overblown. That's always underestimated. Like, it was 4th degree, I think, burns she got. Like, it was stupid
bad.
hot. She needed skin grafts bad, so.
That is ridiculous. How does coffee, wouldn't you just evaporate at that point? Like, you'd just be back to coffee grounds at the bottom of your cup. Oh my God.
Yeah, it was like almost boiling. Like, it was bad.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's why they have those warnings on hot cups and crazy AI warnings. Rip your dick off. Watch out.
Yeah. I still say AI Catgirl androids for the win. Bring them on. It would be interesting to see, if nothing else. I'd love to just see it happen.
So, would you accept an AI cat girl if they weren't actually a cat girl, but just a girl? Would you just put cat ears on it and make it a AI cat girl?
I think people would take anything, honestly. People, especially some men, are really they would honestly take anything. It wouldn't even have to be a cat girl or a fox girl. Let's not forget the fox girls and the dog girls and the cow girls and the horse girls.
Never forget the horse girls.
Never forget.
Especially Taiki Shuttle.
Oh, yeah. You'll be able to get AI androids that are exact likeness of your favorite anime character for like $1,000 for like a medium trim model. Have it look just like Taiki Shuttle. For the high trim, it acts like Taiki Shuttle.
I don't think your wife would approve that purchase.
It'll blow you every night. Your penis will be so raw you won't even know what to do with it. You'll be begging for it to stop.
That would be a warning.
She would be right. She would be riding you instead of you riding her.
Jesus Christ. So, on to the news break. Our weekly in-show trivia question is, the band members in the anime BanG Dream, Ave Mujica, go by the names which are inspired by various what?
That's right. All right, when we come back, we have that. We got mailbags, and then, of course, BanG Dream. So stick around, and we'll be back after the news break.
And don't bang your AI cat girl while we're gone.
That's right. We're going to rip your penis off.
Meow, meow, meow.
Hey, Anime Addicts, Mitsugi is here, and I'm bringing you your anime news. Starting off with something a little different here. Yoshiki, the ex-Japan band member, has been expressing concerns over some potential copyright or likeness infringement from the Dawn to Dawn episode 18 in the anime series. So Japanese musician Yoshiki initially raised concerns of the likeness and musical stylings of the ex-Japan band following broadcast of episode 18 on August 8th. The musician, quote, reposted a clip from the episode and asked that it didn't sound like ex-Japan. And the clip features the performance of Hunting Souls by in-story band Hayashi, full lyrics, etc., etc. Yoshiki does seem to have reasons to think that this is sort of a ripoff of his likeness and band's work, and has been talking about it on the internet. We'll have to see where this goes, but according to Yoshiki, it's a matter of concerns of songs managed by Sony Music Publishing, and there needs to be a discussion between the parties involving, that is expected to take place soon. So it seems like Yoshiki is also an anime fan and enjoys anime properties, but wishes that the production companies would communicate better with the bands and whatnot before they do this kind of thing, which does seem pretty reasonable. Next up in the news, light novel Level 999 no Morabito, otherwise the villager of Level 999, is going to be getting made into a TV anime. Has some pretty cute art for the character designs, especially a very cute girl character. Yoshinobu Kasai is directing the work over at Brains Base. So if you're a fan of Studio Brains Base, look out for Level 999's Villagers coming out in 2026. In the world, the concept of levels exist, of course, and other than those that live off defeating monsters, most people are only around level 1 through 5. Not just everybody can go out and hunt monsters. It's heavily influenced by one's role appointed by God. There are 8 such eligible roles. I won't go through them all. Think D&D, etc., etc. But for the majority of the population, they have no powers to live by but farming and running shops. Towns are developed by those with the weakest roles, villagers. Another level-based isekai probably, so we'll have to see how this one pans out when it comes out next year. Next up, something that's getting some traction online here, the manga Liar game is getting made into a TV anime in 2026 as well. from Chief Director Yuzo Sato of One Outs and from Studio Madhouse. So definitely a pretty exciting property here from Studio Madhouse. It's about college student Nao, who has always adhered to her name's meaning, foolishly honest. However, after opening an unsolicited package containing 100 million yen, she inadvertently accepts an invitation for the Liar Game, a tournament where contestants are encouraged to betray and deceive their opponents to gain a massive amount of cash. I seem to think this might have been made into a TV series on Netflix. I might be wrong, but I feel like I saw something that sounded similar to this. So if you're a fan of Liar Game, well, a TV anime is coming out by none other than Madhouse in 2026 as well. And finally, something that is a little bit close to my heart, I guess, Seven Seas Entertainment has announced that the property, The 12 Kingdoms, is starting to release audiobooks. So audiobook 1 of The 12 Kingdoms, written by Fuyumi Ono and Akihiro Yamada, is going to be coming out, narrated by Grace Ling Kung. So if you are a fan of audiobooks and haven't seen The 12 Kingdoms and want to experience the novels, which in my opinion are a little bit better than the anime actually, you will be able to get book 1, Shadow of the Moon, Shadow of the Sea, Part 1 by Fuyumi Ono. This series has about 9 books in total. Not all of them were adapted into anime, and boy, it would be really cool if they were all done in audiobook, because you can't even get these in English past Volume 4. This was Mitsugi, and this was your anime news break, and now it's time to get back to the podcast. Now comes the time of the podcast where Mitsugi begs for your money and your love. If you want to support the podcast, help out the show, keep things running, keep things smooth, show some love, get our inflation-proof extra content, the Hobby Addicts, the hentai episodes, the after parties. You're going to be able to get all of this via our Patreon page or our website, AAAPodcast.com/join. The price hasn't gone up in pretty much 10 years, and we do require some funding to keep the show running. We do appreciate you guys for listening, and whether you can supply the podcast with your contributions or not, we hope you'll just tell a friend about the show or leave us a review wherever you listen. It does help out the podcast. And, of course, if you watch on YouTube or on Twitch, you can always like and subscribe to the show as well. Again, if you want to support the show, it's patreon.com or AAAPodcast.com/join.
Now presenting Burning Questions with the Anime Addicts Anonymous Podcast.
Would you rather
Yeah, I like these.
no.
I like these.
have
no.
taste buds in your butthole
What the fuck?
or poop out of your mouth but not taste it?
Taste buds in my butthole.
So you would rather taste your poop as you're shitting it.
Oh, well, you didn't explain what was
That's
gonna...
why the taste buds are in your butthole, is so you would. Oh,
okay.
God.
Taste buds in my butthole.
Oh, God.
What was the other one?
Or poop out of your mouth but not have to taste it.
I have to go with that one.
No.
I mean, that's disgusting.
Taste buds in my butthole.
No, that's you want to taste your own poop?
Now, let me ask you a question.
Yes.
You have taste buds in your mouth.
Yes.
If you hold your nose and eat food, you can't taste it. If I hold my nose, do I still fully taste it out of my butt? It's a valid question. It's a very important detail in the answer.
No, you have to squeeze your penis.
Oh,
Because that is the nose of your butt.
And now, back to the podcast.
And the curtain descends on an epic evening of fun and romance. Whatever. All right. Intro trivia question. The band members in the anime BanG Dream Ave Mujica go by the nicknames which are inspired by various what? You're not wrong for reading that a little difficultly earlier, because that is not written correctly.
I know. I was like, whoa, wait a second.
It should be.
That's on me, guys.
It
That's
should-
on me.
It should be have nicknames,
Yes.
which are inspired by what?
Okay. See, that's what tripped me up. I was like, whoa, wait a second. I'm sorry.
Lunar Maria, which are large, dark, basaltic plains on the Earth's moon, formed by lava flowing into ancient impact basins, which we know for some reason, but probably don't actually know we're discussing. I always wonder
Educated guess.
I always wonder about stuff like that. They're like, oh, well, Venus, Saturn is this
Data. We have lots of data.
Is this from what? Nothing's been that.
Probing
Nothing has
and-
ever been to Saturn.
Looking at it. And...
Okay, we looked at it through a telescope, so we know how cold Saturn is. I'd love to know some of these answers to these questions, honestly. Yes, we went to the moon and we drilled to the Earth, to the center of it, and found lava. No, you didn't. You took 4 steps.
They
and
might
made
have
some
taken
dust.
back rock samples, and maybe the rock samples compared
Yeah.
Maybe.
to the moon. I could believe more. We've been there. We've gotten those samples.
Pow, to the moon. Well, anyway. All right, it's time for mailbags.
It's time for an almighty anime mailbag. Anime. Anime. Anime.
Mailbag. Holy heaven. Okay. If you want to leave a mailbag, AAAPodcast.com/mailbag. Pull your phone out right now.
Put your dick away. Pull out your phone.
Listen, we all know you're gooning right now,
We all bleed red and we all goon white.
and it's okay. We understand. So, but put it away for 5 seconds. You can pull it back out afterwards. Don't worry. Get those little filthy fingers all over your screen. Type in AAAPodcast.com/mailbag. Write us a mailbag. It's easy. It's free. Make it, I don't know, make it filthy. Like, I don't care. I'll read whatever you submit. And then leave a hentai mailbag, which we love. And then we read them on the hentai episodes. And then you get, like, I don't know, NC-17 content. Michael Skornavaca, a.k.a. Michael Mad Screamer. Wow, what a name. Thanks for the nickname. Maybe I'll keep it. I also enjoy the podcast. Well, thanks. If you could rewrite the ending to any anime to better suit its themes or characters, which one would it be and how would you change it? Wow. Emery, what do you think?
Okay, well, Otaku and I briefly noted this back and forth. I'm going to quickly touch on Neon Evangelion.
Wow.
Genesis Evangelion. Wow, yeah. Oh, the coffee is not keeping up, guys.
Are you going to drop some spoilers?
Yeah.
No, I'm going to just try. I'm going to try and footsie around this. As Otaku has said, the last, is it 3 episodes? I would say 3. It's like a mind trip. It isn't really telling a story. It's more of just an experience. And I would rather just have it end with a tragic ending to discuss humanity's downfall and to reflect some of the characters' tragic endings, or end with hope by maybe just ending how the last sort of 5 minutes ends and cut out all of the mind trip moments. And I think that's fair to say. I don't think that's spoiling it. If anything, it's just buckling everyone up that those last 3 episodes are a time to be alive, I guess.
There's something. That's for sure.
I think at the end of
Yes.
Ava, Shinji gets an AI sex robot that looks just like Asuka and just says,
Not Ray? Not a Ray fan, huh?
does he like Ray or Asuka better?
I think it's tough
You
to
know what?
say.
Neither of them, just to make them both jealous, decides, the hell with it, I don't need to save humanity, I have this AI sex robot, and then that's the end of the anime. It ends. They invade, he's like raw dogging his AI android while the earth burns, and he's like, fuck it. I hate my dad.
You know, I might
Shinji,
take
get in the
it.
robot. Your dad loves you.
Get in the fucking robot, you little bitch. All right.
The other one was Attack on Titan. I'll quickly touch on that because there could be a lot of spoilers on that.
Uh-oh.
That one, the final episode ends with some continuation implied via the after credits and during the credits. And I think cut all that shit out. Let it have a message of hope depending on how I guess you sided with the various characters. Instead of talking about the cycle of humanity, which is what it's more so getting at. And I think that's not just depressing, but frustrating because I got put through final season, part 4, final act, maybe part 2. It's like I went through all of this and you had some great notes and you're just blowing it up for the sake of your final thesis that I don't agree with. So maybe that's part of it, but I would just fade to black instead of doing the after credits, instead of doing what he did while credits were rolling.
All right. Otaku Cop, did you have something to add?
I mean, My rants on Evangelion are well documented. I couldn't agree with Emery more when it comes to that. So, for me, there are numerous examples of shows where you could argue that the best girl or most supportive girl in the main character's relationship dynamics is the loser at the end. And nowhere, and I'm trying to avoid spoilers too, so I'm not naming names, but who Hachiman ends up with in my teen romantic comedy Snafu, it really sat with me unwell. And I really just call it Snafu because, for those who don't know, Snafu is a military abbreviation for situation normal, all fucked up. That ending was fucked up. He should have picked the other girl. She loved him more. She was more supportive. You could argue through the entire show that their interactions, the way they act around each other, it just didn't make sense who he picked in the end. And it's one of those few romance animes where when it was done, it did not leave a good taste in my mouth. I was actually angry. Like, this was the ending? This is who you chose? This doesn't make sense. I don't like this. So that would be the ending that I would rewrite. My girl, and I won't name her, but she deserved better. And she deserves better than Hachiman after that decision. I'm standing by that.
How about Naruto's final boss? How about the whole freaking ending of Naruto?
It got weird. It got weird.
You're just a puppet of my puppet, but really I'm a puppet of this puppet, and this puppet, and this puppet, and then aliens. God damn it. What? Yeah, exactly.
The aliens.
What? Yeah, redo the whole ending. Make Madara the big bad that you intended him to be the whole time. Don't make him a puss to freaking spoilers. Black Zetsu, who's just a puppet to Kagura.
Earmuffs.
Like, Jesus.
You're just a puppet of a puppet of a puppet.
No, literally.
I love that. Pancake's just like, no, fuck it. I'm going to go deep.
Well, I mean,
No, she
Naruto's
went
been
hard.
over for like 10 years now.
Yeah.
Well, longer than that, I think. The original Naruto? Didn't that ended when I was like in college, or before that even.
No.
Right? Oh, let's look it up.
Shippuden.
Shippuden, yeah.
Well, you didn't say Shippuden. You just said Naruto.
Well, you can't finish Naruto without watching Shippuden.
Them.
Yeah,
Well, I guess what? I did it.
Well,
I've seen every episode of the original Naruto, and I've not seen a single episode of Shippuden. 500 episodes.
I watched all of them.
Well, that's sad. I won't be watching that.
Bless you.
Yeah,
That's way too much.
when did it end? Because I was in college.
17.
Yep, I remember watching the ending, and it just left a bad taste in my mouth. So
Is it worth watching 500 episodes of that?
it's a great ride until the very end when they start
Jeez.
doing the whole behind this mask, behind that mask,
That's worth a lawsuit.
behind this mask.
Can you imagine watching 500 episodes of something? How many? Okay, hold on.
That's what I'm saying. Fix it.
Fix it. She's so fucking mad. Let's see here.
And probably strip out the fillers. I feel like that's another
Oh
thing
yeah,
they
the
could probably
fillers.
do.
That's
Yep.
191 hours. That's if you were to watch it only in the hours while you're awake. Let's say half of the hours of the day. That's 16 days. Shit, only in the hours while you're awake. Let's say half of the hours of the day. That's 16 days. That's probably,
For the ending to be the way
Yeah,
it was.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Call
it's
your
criminal.
lawyer. Call your lawyer. Hey, calling him up right now. Bring, bring. Hey, boss. The ending of Naruto Shippuden sucked dick. I want my life back.
Thank you.
Now,
So
Emery, does Naruto have something similar to One Piece? Like, is there something that
One
you can
Piece?
access that
Oh, yeah.
that
No, what
trims it down?
yeah,
So
there's
One Piece versus One Piece is a thing. So One Piece takes and trims out all the fat, is what I guess you'd call it. So there's no like last time on One Piece.
Last
It
time.
shortens it up. I don't know if Naruto has something like that. Would you call it nut? I feel like you just call it nut.
yeah, probably not. I think there is because I think I've seen it online where it's like you can skip these episodes
Oh my god.
because they're either filler or they're like recaps. and I hate recap episodes. Don't count that as an episode at all.
There is a new trend on TikTok that Lady Emery would appreciate. People are doing basic everyday activities, but they're filming it as if it was in the One Piece world. So they have like cooking,
going to
but
the
it's in one
bathroom.
piece. Going to the bathroom, but it's in One Piece.
I think Pancake sent me going to the bathroom.
It is amazing.
That's true.
Is Sakura ever powerful enough to be relevant in Shippuden? I see she's still listed as one of the main characters.
She's there.
No.
She's not. No, she's not relevant. So she's like Krillin.
She's like a shitty version of Tsunade.
He's worse.
No, you got to put it in Dragon Ball terms for me. I can't.
She's like she's like
She's like
Chi-Chi.
on-
Chi-Chi? Chi-Chi can't do anything except be nasty to Goku.
And
probably fuck
Sakura
like a,
can't do anything but be nasty to Naruto.
and probably fuck like a
so-
champion. Man, Goku goes Super Saiyan when he goons.
But
He's
anyway,
gooning in.
that's my change. Redo the ending for that, because I think everybody in the Naruto fandom would feel much more appreciated and probably would have been more excited for Boruto.
Boruto, his hamburgers.
I think Sakura is Videl in
Oh,
Dragon
okay.
Ball terms.
Okay, there you go.
That's probably Chi.
That's
I was
a
gonna
good
say
one.
Chi-Chi.
Good pick.
That's like an average human, basically. Oh my goodness. All right. Well,
What about you?
I don't have one. I didn't have time to do that today. I don't know. I didn't like the ending of Parasite, but I don't have a way I would rewrite it.
I think
didn't
that's
really-
enough though to tell us like what you didn't like though. That helps.
I wasn't satisfied with how GTO ended. He falls on the sword, but no, I shouldn't spoil it, but that show's even older. 25 years old at this point.
Is that one complete from its manga, or is that one? I didn't think that one was completed.
Yeah, I didn't read the whole manga, so I'm not really sure, but probably not. So
No, but I think that still fits as like when shows don't finish it out.
I definitely think that they didn't adapt the manga entirely faithfully. I think because I've read at least a couple volumes of the manga and thought to myself, this wasn't in the anime. So, but yeah. All right, Bang Dream, Ave Mujica. How many Bang Dreams are there at this point?
A lot, actually.
So I checked, and this was passed by 3 people. So no
Me,
Pancake,
you,
me, and guess who the last person was?
Andrew,
No.
Caroline,
Nope.
Otaku.
I'm
Nope.
right here.
It's
M?
Lady Emery.
Oh no,
The crew comes back.
the Goon Crew, as I like to call it.
Gooner this, gooner that.
All right, so Bang Dream, Ave Mujica. So you can watch it on Crunchyroll, thankfully, but it is not dubbed. At least if it is, I didn't watch it dubbed. I didn't see it, which has become a bit troublesome. I will say, as I get busier to the point where I can't actually keep up with my life anymore.
Lots of crash outs over here.
So many crash outs and so much stress. It's nice to have it in English. Like, it's like, holy fuck. But yeah, I've been watching this while cycling at Hotworks. So I'm in Hotworks at the sauna, sweat pouring off me. It's like 130 degrees in there. Pulse is 175. I'm cycling and I'm reading, and then there's probably people are like walking outside the sauna box going like, what the fuck is going on in there? These little girls who just cry all the time in this anime. He's like, this is a bunch of little girls in there or what? So Jesus, I don't even know how to summarize. I said I would never read a synopsis off my anime list again, but
Here we go.
yeah. So Sachiko Togawa had a really privileged life, and she was in a band named Cry Chick, which she broke up with, and
It tore her heart in two.
I'm trying to summarize it more appropriately. Yeah, it tore her heart in two. She was very upset about it, and she starts to struggle with her life because she doesn't have anything anymore, I guess. And so she forms Ave Mujica, which is a masked symphonic. I can't talk. That's a hard word to say. A masked symphonic metal band. So their shared goal is their divergent desires. So, and they have like this haunting masquerade that they put forth that's got the story that they tell, and they captivate their audience not only by playing music, but also by having like a story that the band, plays out. So it's almost like a play, I guess.
And hiding their identities.
And then, as the synopsis continues, as their sort of ideals collide, things start to get kind of rocky with the band, and et cetera, et cetera. So lots of drama ensues. So it is very consistent. Kodai Makimoto is the director of this, and if you look up Kodai Makimoto, he has directed primarily the Bang Dream stuff. So he's been pretty consistently involved in
And
Bang
M
Dream.
looked it up. How many are there, M?
Oh, my Lord.
13, right? I think 13.
Why are we even reviewing this? That's like...
Because it's not a season 2. It's a standalone, right?
It's a sort
spin-off.
sequel.
I think it's a spin-off.
Yeah.
Go ahead, I'll talk.
Yeah.
No, I was just saying it's a spin-off.
Yeah, spin-off. From Studio Suns again. So, mixed media, source material. So, I had already watched a pretty solid amount of this before I even started trying to binge it this week.
Yeah.
But, I don't know I'll start with Otaku Cop, because you weren't one of the people that passed this initially. So, what was your impression going into it?
So,
what were your
I
expectations?
put in the show notes,
Yep.
my first experience with like a real band anime was Bocchi the Rock, and I loved Bocchi the Rock, but I had never really ventured into the Bang Dream universe, so I was like, okay, I go into every anime with an open mind. I have my reputation as Mr. Positivity, and once we get into spoilers, you will see if that holds true.
I see. So, yeah. I mean, did you expect it to be as good as Bocchi the Rock?
I didn't know what to expect. I was expecting it to be a little less comical. It seemed like it was going to be a little more dramatic, but that was really about it. I just didn't really know how they do their thing in the Bang Dream universe.
Mm-hmm.
So I was just expecting it was going to be possibly cute girls doing cute things, but it looked darker in the PVs. So I was like, I don't know, give it a shot, see what happens.
Pancake?
So, my impression of it was the first 3 episodes we got, I guess, and I thought it was going to be more of the band and a lot less crying than we got.
They do cry a lot in this. There's a lot of
crocodile tears,
whining and shit. Yeah.
Maybe they should have saved Girls Band Cry for this title.
They should have named their band Crocodile Tears, for sure.
Lady Emery?
Yeah, I watched Bang Dream. It's my go before this one, which I do think helps a lot to at least give background to most of the characters. And I liked the first 3 episodes. I wanted to see how it went. Thereafter, I might get into that more with the spoiler-free recommendation, but I was hopeful for this one. Going into it, like I said, I consider it almost like the first season, because even though it's a spinoff, I do truly believe you should watch that before going into this, or it's going to get complicated. Yep,
Yeah,
that's
so for me, I initially liked this anime because I thought, I thought the music was pretty good, which I often don't think so in a lot of these music shows. A lot of it because I just don't generally find the girl anime music to be all that great. It's pretty rare that I'm like, oh yeah, I'm listening to girls that sound like they're 10 singing. That's so great. Normally that's not me, but I thought the music was okay, and I enjoyed the angle that the band was taking. I enjoyed their masquerade thing and how they were like dolls or whatever that wanted to be brought to life and all this, and they were kind of playing it out, and I thought that was an interesting angle. And it had a little bit of character drama. So the girl, there was some drama with the one girl's dad and all this, early on. And so I thought the beginning was pretty solid, really. And my expectation, though, is pretty much what I expect from all of these band animes. They're extremely similar, and I've seen a trillion of these band animes. There's so many of them. We could go with like, Bocchi the Rock, and then there's Wake Up Girls. This just goes on and on and on, and most of them end up being about like the struggle of having a band, or we even had the one with the Chinese dude that came back. The hell was that fucking shit called?
Kong Ming.
Yeah, Kong Ming. Like it's always here's
The zombies.
Oh yeah, Zombieland Saga. It's always there's this band and they're a nobody and they have to like find their footing, and being a band is really hard, and in the difference in this show is that in most of these anime they're a nobody, but this show they were already famous, so they start off being famous, but you can just kind of tell that it's gonna slip into like the drama of why it's hard to be in a band and all this, kind of like why it's hard to be an idol. So that is essentially what I fully expected to get from this show. I expected it to be more about like the characters' problems and the drama of the band than it would be about actually like the music and the fandom and stuff like that. Well, having said that, Takuka, we'll come back to you because, you do such a great cat girl meow. Do you do that for your wife? Does your wife know you can do that?
She knows that I have vocal range. I mess with her all the time with voices and accents and stuff like that.
That's so funny.
That's fun.
Wow, I think you should do that on the podcast more often. That would be my suggestion.
I'll be happy to.
So, spoiler-free recommendation. Did you like this anime? Would you recommend it? And if you were to recommend it, who would you recommend it to?
So, for me, the anime fell flat.
Not a sharp?
I really had a tough time finishing the show. I thought the music was actually pretty good. Like the first song that they lead off with in episode 1, I was like, oh, okay. But the good music wasn't enough to save the show for me. I felt the drama wasn't very compelling. It felt a little forced at times. And it so badly wanted to be a psychological thriller. And it just all fell flat for me. I did not enjoy this viewing experience.
Sad ponies. So you wouldn't recommend it?
No, I would not. If you're a Bang Dream fan, then obviously stay loyal to your franchise. And there might be something. I think maybe I'll give My Go a chance to see if maybe it adds context that just kind of went over my head because I hadn't seen that. But
well, Lady M will be our expert in this review.
Yeah. For me, it's a no. It's a no for me, dog.
Nar.
Pancake, same order. What's up? Hey girl.
Was intrigued by the first couple episodes. Thus why me, you, and M passed it. But it just boring, flat. Mm-hmm. Melodrama.
Again, not a sharp.
Not a sharp. Here's the thing. Here's the temperature check. Otaku Cop wouldn't recommend it. He doesn't have a whole lot nice to say about it, and he is the cupcake of the podcast.
That's true.
So
with lots of icing.
There you go. Don't watch this.
I love frosting. Yeah, I do.
Yeah, I didn't like it. I would not recommend.
Well, maybe Lady Emery will like it. Maybe she'll resuscitate.
Oh, okay. Maybe she will.
I mean, Lady Emery has 2 guitars back there. I think they are guitars. One of them could be a cello.
Not mine. Husband's.
I was going to say.
Oh, okay. Maybe we need him for this review.
Say, why don't
he
you
loves bands.
Pull that out and play some chords for us?
I have tiny hands, so when
oh my god, I forgot her hands are tiny.
So are mine.
No, look how small they are. They're like baby hands.
Baby hands. Jeez, take it easy.
Yeah, I did get that nickname in high school as Baby Hands.
Baby.
She knows I say it with love.
You'd be great at slipping out of handcuffs. You're like Lupin the Third. All right, did you like this anime or not?
I can't recommend it unless you are really big into Bang Dream or It's My Go. I think if you really loved It's My Go, I think this will add to it, which is good. I know we keep talking about how it falls flat. For me, the storytelling wasn't crystal clear. And I say that being somebody who likes weird storytelling from time to time. Like I love a linear storytelling. I also love Dune series, which gets weird, folks. If you ever read the Dune series, it's great, but it gets weird, as our detective knows.
Yeah.
I just really struggled with following the story unless I pulled up a guide afterward. Sometimes I would have to do that, and that's never really
guide.
a good
That's
thing.
not good.
Yeah. Well, and part of it was I was watching this week to week. So then sometimes I would come in being like, wait, what story are we telling right now? Which character are we looking at? And I think some of the metaphors got a little too heavy-handed. That said, the music is my speed. It was very well executed. I like having darker themes to a girl band drama. I like that. Some of the characters were not my cup of tea. And some of the twists were good. Others I didn't care for. So I can't recommend it. Other than for somebody, if they really like idol shows, I think this is a very interesting take on the idol genre. And you should watch it, but you have to pair it with It's My Go. Without it, there are some episodes that are not going to make any sense to you, or you're going to ask yourself, why do I care about these new characters being introduced? When really they're not new characters. They were introduced in the last season. So.
All right. Well, I was bored to death watching this. I attempted to watch one episode a day this week, which didn't go very well. I mean, honestly, this anime really falls apart on episode 4, which is like, for me at least, which is the total bamboozle of the show, which is like, oh, I watched the first 3 episodes, we did our impression, we picked it, and then it like immediately falls off a cliff. So, because the band kind of breaks up basically, and and that's episode 4. Like, I'm sorry, it's like that's just how the story goes, and I can't really recommend it because there's just so much melodrama. It becomes a lot more about, for a big chunk in the middle. I mean, it's a lot more about whining and crying and, oh, what, you don't care about Mutsumi anymore, and oh, what, I can't play the guitar, boo hoo hoo, and oh, what about the band, and all this just nonsense. Like, and I think we were gonna do a topic about this, or we already did. I can't remember, but it's like, look, I'm 40 years old. I'm a 40-year-old man. Do you really expect me to care about the drama of these 14-year-old high school girls? I don't give a fuck. There's no way I could care. Like, who cares? And the other thing that drives me crazy about this anime is their faces are, like, obviously washed out for some reason. They have this art style where everything looks normal, but then they've clearly taken the faces and they've, like, put a white filter over them with, like, an 80% transparency. So all their faces look, like, ghostly. I don't know what the deal with that is, but you're going to have to look it up and see what I'm talking about, but they just don't look normal in the show at all. Something is off on how they look, and I don't know if they do that.
They need vitamin D.
Well, I don't know if they do that in Bang Dream also, and if I pull up some images, I mean, maybe I can. Like, we'll be able to see that, but yeah, I mean, episodes 4, 5, 6, 7, it's just this, like, sad little, like, emo fest, and it's just... it was never able to get me back after that. For me, this isn't nowhere near as good as Wake Up Girls. It's not as good as Kong Ming. I didn't care for Bocchi the Rock very much. The anime was so hyped, it was just like, but yeah, I would not recommend this. It's and I can't really say that it was a tough sell anyway. Like, I really didn't think any. I think I've seen about 20 girl band animes, starting with K-On!, and I probably have only liked maybe 3 out of 20. So this was a pretty tough sell. I was hopeful for this one, but I just don't think it didn't really kind of clear the hurdle, so to speak. So, anyway, let's get into spoilers.
Spoilers are coming. Oh my god!
While you guys briefly talk, I'm gonna try to find the image I'm talking about, so you guys can see what I'm talking about.
Okay.
Do you guys know what I'm talking about though with their faces?
Yeah, I think it's the style. I can't remember if this is completely 3D or leaning more on 3D animation, but It's My Go has a similar art style to it. I guess what I want to talk
Rotoscopy.
about. Yes, exactly. I think what I want to talk about is I don't know why, but the split personality was not my cup of tea, and the fact that that's what split up the band was frustrating because it wasn't just unrelatable, but this was supposed to be a band that our main character created after, Cry Chick, and I just felt like it took one band member breaking down to like break down the whole. It was just a little cringy, I guess, in that regard. Maybe that's not the right word to use, but I just wanted there to either be more drama to create the band split or for them to get back together right away. But then they split for a really long time.
No, and it was, I don't know. For me, the show started to lose me as soon as how do you pronounce her name? Hold on, let me pull up the character list again.
They're so forgettable.
Niamu. As soon as she started ripping off their masks, I was like,
"Oh yeah,
okay."
Yeah,
and then it was like,
she sucked.
It's their faces, and I'm like, I mean, I saw this coming, but if they were gonna make the face reveal be this important thing, it certainly didn't feel like it.
No.
When it finally happened, and it was just like, oh, it's her, the rich girl. It's her, the daughter of the comedian. It's just like, oh, I don't know. I felt like maybe if I had watched My Go, I'd feel differently about it. But there was nothing that happened in this show that felt important to me.
I was okay with. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. Say what you were going to say.
I was okay with her ripping all the masks off. I mean, I thought to myself, like, at least that was, like, really intense, like, tea. Like, Pancake will tell you, I love the tea, And, like, I love when someone calls on the phone and just starts talking gossip. Like, I'm worse than high school.
He loves that hot goss, unless it relates to our life.
Yeah, exactly.
Then he crashes out.
Then I crash out. But it's like, when she's ripping all the masks off and stuff, that's just like, to me, that was almost like the melodrama that they're trying to give to the crowd, to me, almost. But it was when the band wasn't really functioning anymore and they were just kind of crying about it. It was so annoying. But it was pretty intense to see her, like, ripping all the masks off because it was pretty obvious that there was some dissent about whether or not they should be doing that.
I felt like it should have been later in the show. I feel like they got to that too quick. They blew that load too early.
Blew the load. And by the way, you can see here on this image I'm showing, you see how their faces are noticeably, like, paler.
Well, they're also under a light.
This is how they look. This is how they look everywhere. So their faces and their eyes especially look noticeably darker than, like, their legs do. And it's just weird. It's a design choice that I just don't understand. They're supposed to look like ghastly or something. Like, I know they're all emo. Like, all their names are like Lake of Oblivion and all this bullshit. But Mortis, the Lake of Death, like, it's all hyper like edgelord.
They're a metal band, of course.
Okay, well, they're more like a bunch of crying little sissies than they are a metal band.
Well, I mean, they are teenage girls. They think, they think that's, like, cool.
Okay. Well, anyway. Lady Emery, how do you feel like the prior season, like, contributed to this? Because I didn't watch it.
When they introduced the It's My Go band, which I'm blanking on their names now, with Psyche specifically, when she gets back together with the old band, if you didn't have any of that baseline, you'd be like, who is this? And yeah. I say it with love because they do showcase this in It's My Go. Who is this autistic girl who loves rocks and notebooks? and she does. She truly loves. She loves finding pretty rocks and using the same notebook. It is supposed to show her neurodivergency, which is super interesting in that first season. But if you don't have that, you're like, who is this autistic girl who is leaving her notes and being so...
Why do we care?
Aggressive. And why do we care? And that's why, like, if you didn't have It's My Go as your background, you'd be like, why do I care? Why do I care about any of these characters that you're showing? And you care a little bit more. I think my frustration is the cry chicks developed their own band already with like Anon and a few other characters. So it felt like everyone was going backwards when they got back together, but only for one set. And then they sort of went forward. Again, the pacing was just off. And I think Pancake nailed what I wanted. I wanted a delay on the mask reveal. I wanted less time focused on the band breaking up and more time focused on the band getting back together and dealing with all of their personality quirks.
It should have been more build up with the band breaking up to make the
It
breakup seem
it happened abruptly
better,
to me.
because from the show, like, their band hadn't really been together that long. They hadn't done that many shows, and then they're ripping the masks off, and then they break up, and it's like, okay, that happened quick. Who cares?
Yeah, I thought
get over it.
I thought the band breaking up would happen really fast. I mean, so a long amount of time passed between my coming back to this, and basically the very episode that I picked up on, it hadn't been 10 minutes, and they were having this argument in like this, I can't remember where they were, backstage or something, and it's just like, I can't play the guitar, and it's fine, you're not, blah, 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 let's just break the band up, and then boom, it was done. And I was like, what the fuck? I mean, there was some tension before where they were with the masks and everything like that, but yeah, there was really no build up at all. I wanted to see more of their success, and I wanted them to just tour around, have the success of their band, and follow what their story was on stage. Then I wanted all this like bullshit crying and drama.
It would have been fine if there was drama, but it would have been nice if it was behind the scenes that led to a breakup, and then, then the mask thing happens. But I also thought, what was it, the guitar player? She freaked out. Was she bass or guitar? She like freaked out just because the masks were gone.
Well, they didn't agree on it.
But so just because you have like lace on your face, you're fine. Ish.
Well, that was their shtick.
I know, but it was like, oh, people know who I am.
And
I
it
don't know.
made sense for Psyche, the piano player, because she didn't want her grandpa involved in this, and then he got his like sticky fingers involved, and she's got issues there with her family. But to your point, the bass player, that
Was
one
it bass?
was more. It was that or 5-string guitar. I'm trying to.
I thought it
remember
was
which.
guitar, but I can't remember either.
It's guitar.
Okay, the guitar player who gets very upset. What I also want to talk about is, why is Psyche still just hanging out with her deadbeat dad? I would have kicked that man.
Was he an alcoholic?
Yeah,
he is. And it was because he got caught up in this fraud case because he wanted. Mitz, I'm trying to remember if you finished all the way through this. He committed fraud, or not he committed fraud. The family company that the grandpa owns committed fraud, and they pinned it on him being the sole person who created the fraud because he brought it back to the grandpa that he had a secret love child who was one of the characters, the blonde-haired chick with the short hair. She's actually a half-sister, or...
Yeah, half-sister.
Eureka?
Yeah, Eureka is actually related to Psycheo. So that was the big twist, and I liked that twist. I could have used more time with that versus the split personality time that got spent there. But the dad was just like, he got his ass handed to him, and I can't deal with whiny baby man who won't pull himself up by his bootstraps.
He sucks.
Just get like a retail job. Just do something. Instead, he becomes an alcoholic and makes it all her problem and says, you're gonna leave me too. I should just unalive myself so Twitch doesn't get mad. And
delete myself, yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, delete myself. And I'm just like, oh, you're the worst. You're the worst kind of just person. And you're putting it on your daughter. Like, you're scummy, and I don't like that. And I understand you tried to do right by Yukia, but I was just infuriated with his character.
Yeah, and it's hard to watch those characters for too long because they're just so unlikable, and it just drags the show down, in my opinion. And it just takes you away. It takes you away from the things that you really enjoyed about the anime, which for me was the scenes of the band playing. And I'm not here to watch the sob story with the alcoholic father, so I'm right there with you. I mean, been there already in real life. So it's like, whatever. I don't know. What else do you guys want to say? I thought that the actual scenes of the band playing were very good, and that was what drew me into the show to begin with. Was I actually didn't mind the CG stuff. I mean, if you watched, I just played the trailer 3 times on the live stream, and there's definitely a noticeable difference between the animation in the just regular parts of the show versus when they're performing. It's obviously they ramp up the 3D for sure while they're performing, which I'm not sure why. Probably because they didn't want to animate the hands on the instruments or something, by hand or whatever. But for me, that's what drew me into the show to begin with, and getting away from that was really a painful thing to have to deal with because that's why I picked it and that's why I wanted to watch it. And then they got away from that for so long that it was like you were watching an entirely different anime. That's how I felt. But and I didn't watch the It's My Go, so when they're bringing characters in and referencing some certain things that where I just didn't fully understand where these characters are coming from, and there's a lot of them. A whole lot.
It's not just one of them.
Well, there's
it's
like 20 characters.
5 of them.
How many girls are in this anime? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Jesus. They're all girls. Is there a single dude?
The dad.
Oh, the dad.
And the grandpa.
And the grandpa.
Who is this girl? Well, that's a weird looking girl. Hiromachi Nanami. Okay. With the hat.
Which one is that one?
I don't even remember this girl from the anime at all, but she's cute. She's a cute girl character wearing a hat. I don't know. You'd have to... I don't know. I can put her on the screen. So. What do you guys think were the best parts about this anime?
The music. If you could have just spliced together the music scenes together, I probably would have enjoyed it more. Like, all the side drama and everything, it just lost me. So the music is the best part of the show for me.
Don't you think that should normally...
And the plot within the band, like I actually really liked their weird doll plot. I kind of wanted to watch that.
You like the plays, like the little plays.
The plays, the music. I liked that about the show for sure. The animation wasn't terrible. Like I didn't mind the rotoscopy look to it.
It's not always bad. The rotoscoping in anime is not always bad to look at, to be honest, but it does. It's pretty obvious when they're using it, though.
Yeah. But I mean, I think most of it was 3D, and I think it blended well. It wasn't jarring too much.
This girl's eating a taiyaki. Does it make you jealous, Pancake?
It does.
She's got stars in her eyes. She really likes it. She's got a whole box of taiyaki. Look at this. Wow. There's no way she would eat that.
What about you, Mitz? What did you like?
Well, I already explained it. I liked the scenes when they were playing.
Okay.
It was very, Cheryl Gnome kind of. That's some of that, probably some of my fondest thoughts of, pop idol stuff and girl music and things like that is from Macross. Cheryl Gnome, and even going back further than that. The intergalactic songstress with, some actually decent music. And the crowd is going crazy, and the grandioseness of the scene. Oh, and Symphogear. Symphogear had some great scenes. There's a ton of these fucking anime. Symphogear had tons of these scenes where, they're performing and fighting too and whatnot, and the grandioseness of the crowd and the production, and it's always bigger than in real life because it's animated and they can do a lot more and not have to spend really any money on it. And and then they were doing that here, but it was different. It was like watching Phantom of the Opera, and that's neat, but it's a different kind of feeling. So that's what I enjoyed about it. And they had, and like I said already, 4 times, they had a lot of that in the beginning. So I don't remember this girl at all, though. Are you guys looking at the stream and you see this girl that I'm showing?
No, I don't remember her. She might have been one of the bands that performed beforehand.
Oh,
though.
Maybe. A peculiar girl who longs to be normal. Wow, okay. And loves taiyaki, apparently, and dresses with a weird hat. Well, what else do you guys want to say about this? I thought it looked good. But I didn't like their washed out faces. They just look like ghosts. Especially Mutsumi already looks like a ghost. Look at her. She's even washed out in this image, just like the base image on my anime list. Look how washed out her face is. It's like she looks like she's fading away into nothing. I just don't get it. Like they covered her entire face, hair, and eyes with like some kind of a white powder. She looks like she's turning albino or something.
So we have a question from the chat. It says, "Do you guys feel they were able to depict split personality disorder in any way?"
Oh, jeez. I would say it wasn't primarily a focus, in my opinion.
This is the one I struggled with, partly because I can't relate. I think you actually might get more Japanese culture that relates because they talk about the mask. How you have a mask where you present yourself to the public and then your inner feelings inside. And I feel like that's what they were kind of trying to convey here. But I struggled with seeing, I almost would have rather her have multiple personality, like talk about having multiple personality, not split personality disorder, because the way they presented it when they went into her psyche, it looked more like there was a bunch of different personalities trying to fight for primary. I just think it's been showcased a little bit better in shows that are focusing on that character as a primary.
Yeah.
When you have them as a secondary or one-off, it doesn't hit as well, even if you try and give her like an entire episode.
It feels like an afterthought.
Yeah. I don't know. I could have even handled like borderline personality disorder, something where she's or bipolar. I think would have been more interesting. But
yeah,
I
that would have been better.
I just struggled when she's like, I don't know how to play guitar because I'm not the right personality. I'm like, okay, but like,
but you
can
are.
You access? But right, can you access that memory?
Can we call her?
But your brain.
Do we need the Ouija board?
Your brain has neural pathways grooved in it from childhood.
That's you nailed where I was going with
called
that. Where
muscle,
it's like,
that's called muscle memory. See, See, I can see how that would be frustrating though in real life though, because it's just like we're frustrated just talking about it. Imagine the band members going, "What the fuck are you talking about? Knock knock." Can so and so come out to play, please? I don't know, but like, I definitely don't think the masks were like any kind of an analogy for, split personality disorder. But
no,
I don't know. Split personality disorder has it rough. It's almost always portrayed badly in media. It's always like a criminal or, it's just never treated well. I kind of want to score it because we're already running long.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like there's not much else to say.
I was super bored watching this. I am not real good at identifying with young teenage girls and their problems, and I don't really care. I thought the show was more about melodrama than it was about the music of the band, and that's not why I passed it. So, but it wasn't all horrible, but I wouldn't recommend it, and I won't be watching any more Bang Dream because, I don't know, I just don't give a shit. So I'm gonna give it I don't know, two crying sessions out of 5.
Boring. Melodrama.
Well, that's what I said.
I mean, what else is there to say? I feel like we're just,
I don't know.
Yeah. I'll give it 2
ghost faces. Look at this girl's face.
2.5 lace masks out of 5.
Look at her face. She looks
Yes.
I think it's so weird.
Right, so I think I've spoken my mind on it enough, and I echo similar issues with you guys. So for me, I would probably give it 1.5 split personalities.
Dang. Cupcake man. Whoa. Spilled the cupcakes.
Wow.
Stomped on him.
The chat wore me down. My positivity is slowly eked out of me.
Oh no.
Wow, the chat ground you down to the nub. Wow, tough. All right.
Because I have the addition of It's My Go in the background, I'll be more positive in my scoring, and I'm going to match Pancake with 2.5 beers that alcoholic daddy forgot to drink out of 5.
Put the beers down.
Get a job. My God.
Yeah, my God, he's right. Yeah. You think you would just be bored? Like, oh, I'm so bored all day. That's like one thing. That's like one thing. People are like, oh, I'm going to retire early. But it's like, unless you're a millionaire and you can just go playboy around, like, you're going to be fucking bored doing anything all day.
And I understand substance abuse is a very, very real condition.
Oh,
and
absolutely.
very, very difficult to break from. But I think it's the frustration that he relied on his daughter for literally everything that was soul crushing to me, where I was like, girl, go just hang out with your grandpa. Who cares? But
yeah,
I digress.
All right. Well, on the podcast next week, we are going to be doing an impression or review on Apocalypse Hotel, which I think was a listener pick because we failed that narrowly, and I know Mason really liked that one. So Apocalypse Hotel coming right up. We're going to be doing that next week and so much more. So, boy, interesting podcast today. I enjoyed talking with you guys. And again, yes, sir. If you would like to support the podcast again, it's patreon.com or the website AAAPodcast.com/join. But really, I think you should join the Discord, and you should come watch Great Teacher Onizuka on Wednesday night with the Anime Club. I think that'll be a lot of fun. If you haven't seen it, it's definitely the kind of anime where you can get a lot of good laughs for the group because it's definitely a solid comedy.
And Bozosuku.
And Bosozoku. You can get a taste of some Bosozoku. Onizuka was definitely in a Bosozoku, which means biker gang or like just a gang. All right, I'm Mitz. This is Pancake.
Bye. Thank you.
Lady Emery, been nice talking to you.
Bye-bye.
See ya, detective.